Hi, Melina here. Haven't made a video in a little while, but I recently went today to 2nd and Charles, and I was just gonna do a random mini-ish, there's still quite a few books here, but like a mini book haul. It's not for the month, it's just stuff that I got today, because the monthly ones are gonna kind of be a mess for now, and I'm probably not gonna do one for this month, but maybe next month. But anyways, half of these, or a little bit more than half, I got from the free bin that they have outside, and about, 3 or so of them, were purchases. 2 of them I bought myself, 1 of them my mom got me, so, yes. This first one here is from the free bin. It's called Savor the Danger by Lori Foster. I've been wanting to read a book by her, because I see her a lot of places, and I always like to kind of give at least one book from those kinds of authors a try. This one I was reading the back of, though, and it has hints in the plot of amnesia, and I love anything where people can't remember, whether it's like a day, a week, like anything for the past years of their life. I like memory loss or amnesia stories, so I picked this one up. Then another one from the free bin I have is The Crucible by Arthur Miller. It's a Penguin classic. This is basically about the Salem witch trials, and I wanted to actually read something about that, so I got picked this one up, and it was free, so. Also from the free bin, I got The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian by Sherman Alexie. I've been wanting to read this for a while because I'm very into learning about Indian culture, or just anything that has even hints of that. Like, that's why sometimes my favorite paranormal books to read will be like werewolf books, but I know this is obviously more of a regular contemporary fiction. But I'd been wanting to read this, and then I seen it for free. There was actually 2 copies, but one was like really beat up, so I picked up this one, and I'm really excited to read this one. Right here, this is actually an audiobook in cassette tapes of Hearts in Atlantis by Stephen King. I have a physical hardcover copy of this in storage, and this one is probably going to go in storage for now too, until I read the other one, like, with it, but I thought it was cute and a nice addition to my collection, plus Stephen King narrates it along with William Hurt, so I thought that would be fun. Then here, hold on, I also have Haunted New Braunfels, A True Wild West Ghost Town by Erin O. Wallace. It's from a series called Haunted America, and it's kind of like, I liked it because it's kind of matte and really skinny, so it kind of reminded me of a poetry book, but I like learning about haunted places or ghosts or anything kind of creepy that could also be true in that sense, so this seemed fun. This was also from the free bin. And the last thing that I found in the free bin that was my favorite find was Crank by Ellen Hopkins. I read this book quite a few years ago. I was in middle school, I believe, like 6th grade, or maybe it was even in 5th grade, I don't know. But when I first read it, I wasn't that crazy about it, so I gifted my copy to a friend who ended up reading it and really enjoying it, so I didn't really regret at the time giving it up. But then I continued to read through the rest of this trilogy specifically, and then a lot of other Ellen Hopkins books, and she became one of my favorite authors, so even though I wasn't too crazy about this, I still wanted to own it for collection's sake. Plus the 3rd book in this series, Fallout, I really enjoyed. And this one, actually, as I reflected over it in time, I did enjoy this one, especially when you compare it to how much I disliked the 2nd book in the series, Glass, which I still plan on getting if I can find it, especially for free or for cheap. But yeah, this one is cool. And then I also, I found this, and then the next one is one that my mom got for me. It's one that I've talked about on my channel before, and it is Between Lovers by Eric Jerome Dickey. This I read when I was 12 or something, like 7 years ago. And this is basically, well, this is the first book I ever read with any sort of LGBT representation in it, and it is about a man who is engaged to be married, and the woman leaves him at the altar, and he still continues seeing her. They're just not getting married anymore, and then he also finds out that the reason she had regrets about it was because she's still in love with him, but she's also in love with a woman, and it's just kind of that journey and stuff. It's from the man's point of view, but I enjoyed it. Obviously, I feel like people would probably find this problematic nowadays, but this is still something that I really enjoyed. I love the writing, and it holds a special place in my heart for being the first LGBT book I read, especially with a main bisexual female of color, so yes. And so I've been wanting this for a while, so my mom finally got it for me. And then these last two I picked up for myself. I watch a channel that's fairly popular on BookTube called, I believe now her channel is called Haley in Bookland, and she has a massive Alice in Wonderland book collection, and I kind of aspire to have this same collection, but with different editions of The Wizard of Oz. I recently got a Puffin Chalk Classic Edition. I don't really know where that is right now, so I can't really show it, but the one that I got today is from, actually, I collect a lot of these different kinds of Collins classics, but I never had the Wizard of Oz one until now, so that's what this is, by L. Frank Baum. I've read this before, obviously, and this is now my 4th edition, unless you count the comic version, then I have 5. But yes, so I'm excited, and it's just so cute. So I'm excited to have this one. This one doesn't have any illustrations in it, but I have ones that do, so I'm fine. And then this one, I was super excited to see at Second and Charles for like $2, because I've been wanting to read this for a while, and now I finally own it, and it's kind of shot very high on my TV right now, and it is I Am Malala by Malala Yousafzai? Yousafzai? I don't know if I'm saying it right or if I'm butchering it, probably the second one. But this is about a girl who was shot by the Taliban, I believe, because she was standing up for education, and it's nonfiction, and I believe it's more of like a memoir, and I really am excited to try this one out sometime soon. And yeah, that's basically it for all the books I got today. There's quite a few. There's like, what, 8? But only 3 were paid for, so it's not that bad. If you enjoyed this, please give it a like, and if you want to see more of my face and my books, subscribe. Bye.